What's up, y'all? It's your boy TIZZZ, the singer, and this is the Matter of Fact podcast.
Girl, you are the one I need for me.
I got my co-host here next to me, the Mr. Only driven on greatness.
Damn right.
Is Mr. ODOG next to me. Make some noise, clap it up for him.
Yeah. Peace and love.
Clap it up.
What's up to everybody out there?
So this is episode 1. This is the pilot episode. Just so y'all know, we have another co-host, the lovely Miss Mariah Betts will be here next week. We had to get the ball rolling without her today, so she is here with us in spirit.
We love you, Ryan.
We love you. Just so we're gonna start off this simple. Just keep it like, let y'all know who we are. You know what I mean? If y'all don't know who I am, I go by the name of TIZZZ, the singer. People who know me personally call me Tony. That is my name. Tony from the Grove, TIZZZ, Tizzy Too Black, Tony Too Black. I've had a whole bunch of nicknames that people have called me. So just so y'all know, excuse me, y'all can go call me just TIZZZ or TIZZZ the singer, whatever. I do have music. If y'all don't know that, obviously, hence the name TIZZZ the singer. But if you guys want to listen, chime in. I'm a king of many talents now. I'm a man of many talents, and I can get everything done. I can do it all. Now, on to my brother ODOG. Introduce yourself, brother.
If y'all don't know, you will after this podcast, but they call me ODOG because I'm only driven on greatness.
Yeah.
Over the years, I mean, the real ones know my real name. Funny enough.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I've gone by O Dizzy, OD, Dizzle, Digger Man, all of that.
You have it.
You know what I mean?
So let's start off by just explaining what makes you get into podcasting. What do you like about this media space? For yourself more so.
No, for me.
Yeah.
Shoot, for me, this ain't even nothing new to me because before this, and I want to give a shout out to my brother, K. Krills. We are still picking that up. I was already doing a radio show called Commonwealth Radio. You know what I mean? I got introduced to him back in like 2018, 2019. I was going to college at the time, Bluebell. And
shout out to Mako.
Yep, shout out to Mako. And what happened was that I was taking an SRT class, and one day I got paired up with him for something, and we just clicked. So he had invited me to check out the show that Friday. I had to come in early. I was working on a project, and when I got in there, I'm vibing to the music. You know what I mean? I'm checking out the show. It was cool. He was just like, "Yo, you want to talk for a sec?" Cool. That day, I think we probably had like 10 to 15 people just watching us go because they just love the energy. And ever since then, I've been the co-host ever since. And so coming on to do this is second nature.
This is also, you're not new to this.
I'm true to this.
What else?
Also, on top of that, you know, like he said earlier, being in front of a microphone is nothing to me, you know, because I also do music as well, too. Music has always been in my blood, so being in front of a microphone is almost second. It's like riding a bike or driving a car.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, word. So, podcasting to me is an opportunity for people to get their voice heard. Granted, you know what I mean? Especially if we're not A-list celebrities, feel me?
Right.
So, at the same time, a lot of people in this world make sense. Even though there's a lot that don't make sense, there's a lot of people who make sense in this world, feel me?
Definitely.
So,
for sure.
Sometimes them people that make sense need to be heard.
Yes.
I'm not gonna call no celebrities out, or you know what I mean.
You can call them out. What they gonna do?
It's true.
No, I'm kidding. No, we ain't doing that.
What do they call that? A stop and desist thing?
Cease and desist.
Yeah, cease and desist. That's what I meant. Yeah. Then I'm telling you, bro, they're not gonna. You know what I mean?
Nah, you
chalk. But I think there's a lot of people that make a lot of sense in this world, and I feel like that their voices need to be heard. And I feel like as us being in the music industry, that we also can have provide a platform for all of us to be able to just let our voice be heard and let our points get across, not just through music, but actually in life and society within itself. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, yeah, that's why I chose to do this route also with the music, exposure for music. Somebody can be watching the pod and I can put your song on, or I can play my song, and they can be like, "Yo, Tiz, that shit jump, bro." They are like, "Yo, oh, that joint hard, bro."
Definitely.
So that's what I feel like that podcasting is to me, and it could create opportunity for people for the exposure and all that. You know what I mean? So
Which is important too, especially when people know that you're genuine and you have good intentions
yeah,
and your soul is pure.
spreading the positivity, man.
Yeah.
spreading the positivity within the music and within society.
Or even just being authentic more than anything.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I
the
mean?
key
As
thing.
long as people really see the authenticity in you, no matter which route you go, you can never fail. So if anything, for people like us, and I'm not one to brag or boast about it. I don't even like doing that for real.
Yeah.
But just people knowing how we are and what we stand for. You know what I mean? This only helps us. It does not hurt us. You know what I mean? Some other people, you watch other podcasters, and I'm not gonna call no names out, but like,
You can say the podcast name, but this ain't no ad.
no, you're right. You're right.
Telling
Nah,
y'all
I don't want the
this ain't no
cease and
ad.
desist either. I chose peace today.
Well, I mean, if you're not bashing nobody, you should be all right.
No, for sure. I'm just talking in general because it's really a general statement. It's not really pertained to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just talking about the idea that, you see some of these people, they get on a podcast or whatever, they're popping for like, 6 months or so.
Mm-hmm.
Then they get caught up in something and now the people ain't rocking with them no more. You know what I mean? Maybe something that they did or something that came up, that type of thing. That happens,
Yeah. Speaking to that with the other podcasters, I will admit that a lot of these newer like podcasts, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of these podcasters, the celebrity podcasters, they persuaded me and encouraged me and gave me that battery in my back to do a podcast. You got Joe Budden, you got
Shout out to
Gillian
Joe
Wallow.
Budden.
Shout out Joe Budden, Gilly Wallow.
Yes.
You got Mandy B, you got Weezy, you got Bridget Kelly, and all of them. And I've been around a lot. I've been all around all of them. Rory and Maul, those are my boys.
Shout out to
right
Royal Mall.
But they like this. They're just a prime example of people who I think should be heard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially within the music industry and all that. Especially like I said, with us being in the music industry, what more? You got Joe Rogan even. Joe Rogan, you know what I mean? He did some foul things, and so his other podcasters, they've done foul things, but they still make sense. All the podcasts I listen to make sense. You got all these new true crime you got all types of podcasting going on, and I think it's. Some may say it may be saturated, but it's just people trying to get their voice heard, and I think it's valid. It's valid.
It's very valid. I want to give a shout out to Cam and Mace as well too. I mean, I guess they're technically
Cam
sports
and
show.
Mace, yeah.
Cameron and Mace, y'all doing the thing. Y'all
Yo.
are doing the damn thing. Love it.
Yeah, Cam and Mace. Shout out to them, man.
You know what I'm saying?
They doing their thing, man.
Definitely love it. Tune in every morning. You know what I'm saying? And of course, I got to shout out my boy once again, Kennedy Cruz. You know what I'm saying? Commonwealth Radio. You know what I'm saying? Go watch it.
Yo, I gotta shout out my boy, Carolina Cash, man, on the Cash Vision
Yes,
podcast.
sir.
He been doing his thing, man. We had this talk about like, yo, listen. He's like, yo, Tiz, I'm trying to do a podcast, bro. I'm like, what's up then? He's like, yo, bro, I'm gonna be uncut. I don't care, bro, what nobody say. This is my shit, bro. I don't care. You know how he talk.
That's a great impersonation, by the way.
Yo, that's my man's. Yo, for real. But he also made me want to do it that much more. I already had spoke to him prior to him doing that. I'm not saying that. I put the battery in his back because I'm sure he's been talking about that for a while. And people also been like, yo, Tiz, you need a podcast, bro. You can talk. You talk that talk, especially when it comes to the music and stuff like that too.
Yes.
So. And you know me and you, we ain't even get to that point yet, but we're gonna get there.
Oh, we definitely gonna get there. Y'all stay tuned.
But yeah, so but shout out to Cash Carolina, my brother Carolina Cash, man. We're gonna try to get him up here at some point. So yeah, it's you up here, you welcome up here anytime, man.
Anytime.
also the other podcasters around, man. Like I said, long story less long. I'm just saying, like, a lot of people put this battery in my back about this podcast and game and this media space. It's just fun, man. It's fun, and it gives people something to look forward to every week. You know what I mean? So, what else we got? We got I do want to send thoughts and prayers out. So we're gonna get into the stuff now. That's enough about us. We're gonna get into the stuff now about we'll send my thoughts and prayers out to the people, the city for the city of Baltimore.
Be more.
The Francis Scott Key Bridge, it collapsed after a boat that lost power, a cargo ship lost power and ran into it and made the whole bridge collapse. And that was, they said it was about, like, they said it was probably like 1:30 in the morning or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. It was 1:30.
1:30 in the morning. I saw a survivor's wife say, well, they found 2 bodies that I know of.
Oh,
It was something like that. It could be more, but there was a whole bunch of cars trapped and under that. But they also, so the survivor's wife had said that they were on they were on lunch, taking their lunch, in their cars eating lunch when it collapsed. And they said the water was like 47 degrees. Now that's cold.
that is cold.
You know what I mean?
Definitely cold.
But it's not that
cold.
Yeah, that cold.
It's cold enough, but not that cold.
Yeah, but that hypothermia kick in, man. It'll set you out.
I've always said water ain't nothing to play with. I don't get no matter.
I'm not even afraid of bridges, bro. I'm not even afraid of. I drive a big old truck over them joints, and I'm not really afraid. My brother's always been afraid of them. But it's sad that whoever I just pray that they all get, whoever survived it is good, and I hope there's no more bodies that are found. I just pray for the city of Baltimore. My mom just went over that bridge not too long ago, and I sit here and think like, yo, that could have got bad.
Yeah,
If that would happen with my mom. And of course, and I'm not trying to be insensitive to the people. It's bad now. It's bad now. But just sitting here thinking about your own people that could have been driving over that bridge at that point in the morning.
that's always a thought though, because you never know. I mean, you never know what death is. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's one of them type of situations
So-
where you always gotta take a moment and just
Harken back.
Harken back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm learning to do that all over again.
It makes you think. It makes you think about things. Think about life. 'Cause you know that joint ain't gonna be last. It ain't gonna be forever, and it's not promised. Feel me?
Never promise.
So, again, thoughts and prayers out to them, man. It's sad.
And for those affected, we send our thoughts and prayers to you.
Yeah.
And we hope that you get the recovery that you need.
even if you have nothing to do with that and that affects you,
Yes.
yeah, prayers, thoughts and prayers, condolences, all that too.
All of that.
All right, bro. You ready to get to the shits, bro?
What we talking about?
Let's talk about some the diddler. That's what they call it. Right. So, Sean Puffy Combs, man, what's the word, brother?
he told y'all back in the 90s, he can't stop, won't stop. Problem is he should have been stopped.
So it is alleged, because he has not been charged.
I'm sorry.
It is alleged that so it all started with Cassie, right?
Yes, sorry.
I would assume so. It started with Cassie, right?
Did start with Cassie. But there were stories back then. They're just now coming.
Yeah, they're coming into. They manifested. You know,
Shout out to Gene Deal. Watch his interviews. A lot of insight.
Yeah, so it started with Cassie, and then she said he was doing some foul work to her, and then he settled. Now, if you automatically think that somebody's going to settle, they obviously guilty, right? I would assume so, right? That's a safe assumption.
I think it depends on the situation, but yeah, I mean, I'll put it to you like this:
Hush money type shit.
Hush money, but then not only that, but like if they're asked about it and you just look at their body language, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I get it, but yeah,
that's why I think it's a chance he could be guilty, because I've watched certain interviews with him where he'll be asked a certain question and his eye contact are literally like he'll be looking at you, and then as soon as you ask him a question, he's just like, "Yeah, man." You know, she starts shaking a little bit. I pay attention to stuff like that.
I mean, it's right. You're right. You're not wrong. If you read people's body language, on top of that, it could be different. You know what I mean? So, so it's alleged that. So it started with that, and then now other people started coming out. People that he used to work for, all saying that he was on some freakiness, and then it was the Meek Mill thing. That him and Meek Mill have this. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, that Meek Mill thing is kind of weird though. Meek, I've been around, bro. I met Meek when he had the braids, the dusty braids, bro.
Flamers Meek. That Meek was nothing to play with. Let me tell you that right there. Make 'Em Say was probably the craziest record I think I heard back in 2009 at that point. They would not stop playing. They used to play that joint, I think, like 5 times a day on Power 99.
Yo.
That's when he would, like, you couldn't tell him nothing. And he hadn't even reached his potential yet, but he had that big of a buzz. So
yeah.
That was prime Meek.
So when he got signed, he was with MMG.
Yes.
But I think he had some. I don't even know how him and Diddy came about. They just. I don't know. I don't know how they really came about, but I know they got close to the point where they started wearing the same clothes, started doing all this other stuff, wearing the same clothes, staying over the crib, and it just got weird. It got weird, man. He also was doing the same thing with Usher. Usher was staying at his crib. Justin Bieber was staying at his crib for like 72 hours or something like that. If you see some of them clips that he was doing, bro, it was foul work, bro. It just seemed weird. It was awkward. Like, yo, why don't you hit me up no more like you used to? I'm like, yo.
It's a little wild.
Bro, you a grown-ass man, fam. And Justin Bieber, 15-year-old ass, ain't gonna be trying to stay at your crib. Christian and Justin, they don't want to bust it up with him. I'm sure they don't. Well, at that time, they didn't. Granted, if they were even staying at the crib, you know what I mean?
Right, that's a big if.
That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, anyway, Diddy's getting alleged with all these foul crimes, and it's an alleged sex trafficking. And
they also talked about him and Ja Rule coming out of a hotel room together. I knew it was bad when I heard that. I knew it was bad when I heard that because.
Oh my God!
Now I guess I know why Ja Rule made that song "Living It Up."
You gotta be kidding me!
I'm sorry. What you want me to do?
Look,
I can't listen to this album the same. What you want me to do, bro?
Yeah. So if Diddy get convicted, you deleting his music? Keep it a rack. Don't even.
All right. Are we talking about his solo work or are we talking about Bad Boy in general?
Bad Boy in general.
I'm not getting rid of Biggie. Biggie's my second favorite of all time.
Okay,
and on top of that, I know Big ain't had nothing to do with none of that.
Yeah,
Big wasn't
okay,
involved in none of that,
all right, let me take that back then. His solo work.
I mean, all I really would listen to was a No Way Out album, so I'm pretty sure I could live without that. I still got Life After Death and Ready to Die. So
I ain't gonna lie, that I'll Be Missing You gonna be on repeat. I'll be missing him, Faith, and all that. It's kind of hard with you not around. Yeah, that's that work. So
yeah. Like his solo work, like that song, like Don't Bother Me, I'm Working. I could do without that.
What about the Love album? Did you listen to the Love album? That joint hard, bro. I ain't even gonna cat. Oh my God.
Can you do without it?
Probably. I only listened to it probably like 3 times.
I mean, as far as his work, it really goes from the Bad Boy days, like from late 90s, early 2000s type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So I mean, like the Carl Thomas is like, do we get rid of him? Do we get rid of the Total's first album? Like,
nah. Well, then in a sense, Diddy really set the plant, or he laid the blueprint out, I should say, for a lot of these artists, fam. I'm not even gonna
100%.
cap. I'm not even gonna cap, son. So, like, it's different, bro.
Yeah, I don't.
And it is, and I feel bad for like people who are so close to him that, you know what I mean, that's going through this, bro. They raided 3 of his cribs, bro. Miami, LA, New York.
You know what I find ironic in all of this?
What's that?
The feds kicked in his door on the same day that Biggie dropped a song called "Kicking the Door" off the Life After Death album.
I saw that.
Damn, Biggie was prophetic.
That's crazy, bro. I saw that.
No, that is crazy though. Seriously, That is 100% crazy, but they really kicked in the door. They wasn't lying.
That's insane, fam.
100%.
Oh my God. That is insane.
I know one person who got to be excited about this.
Who that?
Shook.
Shook did say something.
Shook been telling people for years, apparently. He tried to get people to see it back in the 90s, but wasn't nobody trying to hear that.
Shook, I think Shook just say, I pray for Diddy's kids. I think he said something like that. I don't think it was nothing too crazy. But,
No. After everything he's had going on, I don't even think he can afford to talk crazy.
So
I love Death Row, by the way, but yeah, Shook, yeah. Nah, you can't even afford that.
So weaning off of this, pause. No Diddy.
That was wild.
Do you think Diddy, if he's convicted, how long you think he's gonna be booked? Do you think he's gonna get booked?
So far, he hasn't even been charged. So
That's what I'm saying.
My thing is, if he isn't charged, why would he get charged later? Well, no. Then again, I mean,
Bro, I feel like they rated them. They rated them cribs, and they probably, like, I've been hearing like rumblings of they got what they wanted. Now it's just, I think they're trying to add it all up.
I'll say this: if he gets convicted, I say about 25 to 30.
Damn, word.
I mean, look at the precedent that we as a people set. I mean, a certain R&B artist, who I believe is the king, these crimes were already committed back then, and we still turned around and gave him that significant amount of time. Mm-hmm. Why would it not apply to? See what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, it can go either way. I honestly think Diddy has way too much money, bro.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, if he gets booked, he's gonna have the best treatment in there.
Probably.
So he'll be in PC, protective custody, for people who don't know what that is, and he'll be it's just like all these other celebrities that have been booked. They not going to GP. They not going general population. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They're not going no gen pop at all. They'll I'm telling you, they're gonna be just, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't think he's gonna money. If he gets booked, I don't think he's gonna be there.
But I'm gonna be honest, I don't think he gets booked anyway, though. That's really how I feel. I'm talking in the perspective as if he gets booked, but I don't even think he's gonna get booked personally. I don't think he's going to.
Why? Based off of the money?
Money, and then just you haven't charged him with anything. No. I don't even think the charges are coming, honestly. I think he's gonna beat this. Unfortunately, I think he's beating it.
I don't know, man.
If I had to bet money, I don't even think,
because that's some nasty work he been doing, bro.
No, it is. But the problem is that there's been a lot of nasty work. Like,
if he gets booked, he's not gonna sit long.
Probably not.
I think anywhere from 2 to 5
You
years.
think 2 to 5?
Yes, bro.
I don't know.
Yep.
2 to 5?
2 to 5, bro. He's an A-list celebrity, and he's a billionaire on top of that.
I mean,
let's keep it erect. Huh?
He did tell us that he's a bad boy, so you're probably right.
Bad boy, no Ed. But nah.
Now you got me thinking of the Flavor in Your Ear remix.
Oh yeah, that's that word.
Biggie smashed everybody on that.
New Flavor in Your Ear. Nah, but honestly, like I said, 2 to 5, bro. If he does get booked, I don't think he's gonna sit long.
I don't know. I don't think he gets booked, honestly. If I had to bet money, something tells me he might walk free.
Nah, I feel like, bro, if they had to have found something within those 3 cribs, bro.
I mean, I hope you would. If you done rated 3 spots, you better find something.
For real.
Shoot.
Bro, his cribs was torn up, son.
Oh, I seen it.
You saw the clip?
Had the kids in cuffs and everything. Yeah, you better have found something.
Yeah, he had the kids all. They didn't have the. Well, they're not kids. They grown ass men.
Right.
But
yeah,
he had his sons booked and like cuffed up and everything. I'm like, yo,
you better have found something.
That's what I'm saying. I wonder I sit here and think, like, what's going through his head. So allegedly, apparently he was at a party the night before that raid happened.
And he wasn't talking to nobody.
Yeah, I saw the video, bro. Yeah. He was looking timid. I'm like, yo, that boy timid. Looking around, just like.
He been like that for years, though, man. Ever since what's his name confessed about what happened in '96 with Pac. He was shaking then too. You delete the comments and everything, or disabling comments. Diddy has been timid for a long time. Let's just call it what it is. I'm just gonna step out and say it. He's been timid for a long time.
And you feel like it's just catching him now.
Yes, I believe that he's currently reaping what he's sown.
That's insane.
From Pac to Biggie to Cassie to all of this work coming out now. This man is clearly, his soul is bothered. Let's just call it what it is. His soul is bothered. Every time that they've asked this man a question about any one of those topics, watch that man's body language and tell me that is not the look of a man that is bothered. Mm-hmm. He can't even answer the questions in a straight face.
Yeah.
They ask him about Tupac, he get to shaking just like this.
Bro, he was literally like, and you saw the video of him pacing around?
Yes.
That was wild, fam. He's probably like, they got me type, you know what I mean, type shit. But
and let's be clear, we do not want to see that man fail.
yeah, I don't want to see him fail.
We don't want to see him fail. We just calling it what it is.
But if you know what I mean, you was out here violating, you gotta take that L, fam. So you gotta take that L.
It's madhouse he gotta take, period. I mean, we lost two of the best to ever do it because of this man. We really gonna be honest at the end of the day.
So you feel like he is, not to get off on a tangent, but do you feel like you're the reason, you think he's the reason behind Pac and
100%.
death?
Not just him, it's sure too, but it's definitely Diddy. Because when the word comes out from these same people that you paid, people talk about Pac, his situation as, okay, you shouldn't have stopped that Crip out. What was they doing in Vegas in the first place to begin with? Mm-hmm. Keep in mind, they were supposed to get him at the club. That wasn't even supposed to happen at the MGM Grand. The plan was they was going to go to 662 and get him. That fight happened off a coincidence. Now it is still on Pac because, bruh, you're the star. You shouldn't have had nothing to do with that. Mm-hmm. But they was already coming out there to get you. It's $1 million on the line, man. As far as Biggie, Big wasn't even supposed to be in LA at that time. Big was supposed to go to London.
I think I remember that.
They got phone calls while he was out in LA, and they told that man, "Yo, we coming to get you."
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that I do remember.
And you sat back and did nothing, act like everything was cool. The bullet wasn't even meant for Big.
Yeah, that's wild.
Come on now, you got to take the L for that.
Yeah,
on both sides.
Yeah. Diddy, prayers to you, bro. Prayers to you.
Prayers to you.
All parties involved, man. I don't want to see you win because I tried to work for you at one point when I tried to, I signed up for Making the Band back in 2019. And they were bringing it back. They actually were bringing it back. Mm-hmm. And then that's when COVID hit and they chalked it. Because I tried to get me and my boy, one boys, shout out to Nick Smith, man. That's one light-skinned brother that can sing that I know. I tried to so I signed up for Making the Band, and then saying that's when the world ended. So it happened for a reason, man. I can't sit here and question God. So everything happens for a reason.
At least you ain't have to walk up to Queens to go get a sugar cookie.
No, I think was it Queens? I'm pretty sure walk the whole Brooklyn Bridge to cheesecake.
Oh yeah, to get a cheesecake.
It was cheesecake.
I was thinking of that Dave Chappelle skit. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. No, you did.
Shout out to Chappelle.
So ending on that note. Shout out to Quilly Mills, man. He be in the town. I see him a lot. I see him often. He be cracking me up. He just did an academics pod, and he was explaining how he put people on and everything. And he was like, yo, the young bulls love me. Like, I put them in position, no Diddy. So when I heard him say that, I was like, wait a second.
I gotta give him credit for that.
I said, yo, that man is funny, bro.
He is funny.
So shout out to and he trademarked it. So shout out to Quilly Mills, man. Shout out to Quilly, man.
Shout out to Quilly.
I would say he's one of the top people, the funniest people in the media space right now.
Yes.
I would put Joe Budden first. And I'm not trying to be biased, but Joe Budden first. I'll put Charleston White, but he did that foul. He said some foul mess to Gillian Wallow about cheese.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Long live cheese, bro. R.I.P. cheese.
Telling you, man, he's another one. It's all gonna catch up to him too. And I don't even pray on his downfall. But you can't be speaking on every time a rapper die. You can't be the one to be out here speaking all this negativity. I get you want to see the betterment of our people, but disrespecting Nipsey Hussle.
Oh yeah.
Well, granted, he did clear that up. I'm gonna be fair to him because he did clear that up later on. In fairness to him.
R.I.P. to Nip, man.
But whether it was Nip, Draco, Cheese. And when I say Drake, I'm talking about Draco the Ruler, not Soulja Boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? From LA. You know what I'm saying? Listen to his stuff. Long live the Ruler. But every time a rapper passes away, you can't be the one to just, there is repercussions for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So I was saying Joe Budden, Charleston White at the time. Pete Davidson, and I don't really think he's that funny, but he's one of them people that people know of that they find like relatable, I guess.
I can see that.
Who else? Meek on the Twitter Spaces. Meek is funny, and I feel like my fifth one will probably be Friday Soldier Boy. Friday Soldier Boy.
Yo, you know what's Soldier Boy? A couple years, yo, he was undefeated on the internet.
Yo, Soldier Boy.
Tiger.
Drake. Drake.
Yo, funny story. 2018. I was around a woman at the time, and I remember she had asked me to play. I think Scorpion had just came out. And I remember she was like, "Yo, why don't you play the new Drake?" I was like, "Drake."
Yeah.
Drake.
Yeah. Nah. Drake. Yeah. He was setting tempo. But all right, let's move on. So so I don't know if you watched that doc, Quiet on the Set. It was off of based about
Nickelodeon.
right.
Yes.
Nickelodeon. I watched it in its entirety last night.
I haven't fully watched it in its entirety, but I will speak on it and say that a lot of these stories that are just now coming into the light and that we're now seeing on TV, these stories have actually been reported on for years. But the thing that I find the most interesting about it is how intertwined that these kids are. What I mean is that some of these kids that you see on Nickelodeon at one point started off on Disney, right? And a lot of these kids kind of share the same experiences. For example, you look at somebody like Orlando Brown.
He is shot.
That boy been speaking on this.
That's my fifth one. That's my fifth one.
That boy been speaking on that for years. We called this man crazy years ago for speaking on these things, and now you see everybody coming out and talking about it. But when he sat up there and talked about this in 2019, when he was going through what he was going through, we looked at that boy and called him crazy.
He's still going through it. No.
Yeah, no,
he's still going through it.
Yeah, he was.
He just did
because at one point he got clean, and then I guess
Yep.
it got bad,
bro. And he was up there at he just did No Jumper. He just did a No Jumper interview. I don't watch it yet, but I seen clips, and it's like, yo,
it's back to the same. Yeah,
talking about Raven, and then talking about the stuff he's been talking about.
I mean, a lot of that stuff was true though. Unfortunately, like they really did have a relationship, and he really was affected by. Not to go too deep into it, but a lot of that stuff he did talk about actually was true.
I believe it. So Nickelodeon, man, Dan Schneider, you foul, man. I'm calling the names out on this, and that Jason dude, he's foul.
Yes.
And Drake Bell's pop. I'm not here for all that Tearfest stuff.
Oh, you know that.
I didn't care about none of that. You called it out, fam. Fam, if I was son, if that was my son, and I seen folk touching on my child like that, I don't care if he's 14 or 15. I think at the time Drake was that age.
Something
Fam,
like that.
I'm checking folk, bro. I don't care if I'm on set, none of that, bro. I am checking that man, bro.
I always said that that they picked the right parents. You know what I'm saying to let that happen too. They couldn't come around us having kids and think that'd be okay. Let's be honest.
Yeah, and like there was a guy on there. I want to say I think his name was Leon Frierson. He played Noseboy on all that the one season.
Yes.
And bro, he said they put the prosthetic nose on him and had like penis and balls like on his shoulders and all over the costume. I'm like, bro, when I was young, granted, I'm a little bit older than you, but you still know about all that. So,
yeah, like we watching this thing and it's just the funniest thing in the world.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
wasn't looking at it from that lens.
Yeah, bro. Now that I sit here and watch, we look back on all these clips of all of that, of all that Amanda show.
Oh man! Oh my man!
Bro,
they did not protect
nasty.
her. Good Lord, y'all did not protect that woman.
Fam, it's nasty work, fam.
Y'all didn't protect that woman for shit. That is crazy.
Son, I was tight watching that last night. I'm like, bro, are you kidding me?
I'm gonna be honest. I think that's the reason why I haven't watched it fully yet, or either because growing up I was more of a Nickelodeon kid than Disney. I'm gonna be straight up with you. I put it out there. I did all of it too, but they have this debate now between what was the golden age, Nickelodeon, Disney, Cartoon Network.
Yep.
Look, if I had to pick, I'm straight Nickelodeon. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was Nickelodeon. So
fam, the bull, Brian Peck, you are a weirdo and a loser. I am sorry.
Fucking loser.
No, actually, I'm not sorry at all, bro.
You don't be sorry.
I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry at all, bro. You know what I mean? he got booked in like what was it? I want to say 03, 04, 05, that between that era. But bro, you are a nasty man, bro.
Nasty man.
He was, yeah. I mean, he was doing some foul work. If y'all didn't watch it, bro, go watch that. I can't. I don't want to spoil alert none of that if you didn't see it. But yeah, bro, nasty. Dan Schneider, you're a weirdo. I don't care how old you are. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
You're a weirdo. He tried to over there. He was over there copping pleas and stuff. Like, oh, well, no, he actually wasn't. He straight up confessed to all of it.
He had no choice.
What I was doing was nasty. Yeah.
He had no choice.
Bro, y'all need to talk. Yo, all them people on that show need to talk to God, bro. Word. Feel me?
Talk to an ass whooping too.
Yeah, word. I mean, all right. Next, off of the morbidity stuff and
prayers to everybody involved.
Prayers to everybody involved too. Seriously, that's nothing to play with.
Not at all.
You want to try to talk some new music now?
Okay, let's get it, bro.
K. Dot.
Aw.
J. Cole.
Y'all couldn't leave that boy alone.
Aubrey Drake Graham.
Y'all could not leave that man Kendrick alone, bro. Y'all couldn't let him go be a hillbilly. Y'all wanted him to come outside. Y'all got what you wanted. This is y'all fault. Y'all did this.
Future. Metro Boomin. Beyonce. Who else dropped? Somebody else dropped too.
Schoolboy Q shot to him.
Schoolboy Q. Yeah. That's what you think. Did you listen to the album? Let's talk Future and Metro Boomin first. Did you listen to the album?
I did listen to that album. I like it, but you could tell that sounds like obviously this man, they have been bothered clearly for a minute.
Okay.
And I think the sad part about this is for those that are really fans of their collaborations, to know that that's not happening again, it's pretty sad because they did make great records together.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I believe that clearly. And I said this when I first heard the record. When I first heard the record like that, I got a text about it. Then I tuned into the album. I was just up, doing a bunch of different stuff, whatever. I was actually working on music at the time, trying to anyway.
Yeah.
So when I got the text, and then went and actually tuned into the album, first they sent me that song first.
Yeah.
Then I went and listened to the whole album, whatever. I said this to my boy. Shout out to my boy Tone from Philly, Tone Wiley. I said, there's clearly something bigger going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Because the way that this album was put together, and there's a part 2 that's coming, clearly they have been disgruntled for a minute. And there was already speculation that Drake and Future had problems. But then you go back and listen to What Would Pluto Do? Now it all makes sense.
Yeah.
Think about that.
So it was alleged that it was over this girl, and she was fine too. I was like, But I listened.
Always comes down to the women, don't it?
Dog, it should not be like that. That's weird. There's too many out here, bro. Y'all stop being weirdo with women, bro. When there's a billion out here, stop being weird.
Yeah, you always got to get back up. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you got to get back up on your feet. You know what I'm saying? I'm a walking testament of that. You got to get back up on your feet. You know what I mean? Like,
fam, listen.
I even got a record 4 a.m. in Pottstown. Listening to her loss, realized that it was her loss.
Touché.
Life is a bitch. Got to take the skirt off. Come on now.
Touche.
It's her loss. The fuck?
So like at the same time, that if it boils
and that's just
down
a record, by the way. Somebody may get offended, but go ahead.
If it's over a woman, bro, that's corny, bro. Corny work, corny, nasty work, fam.
It is, but unfortunately, I mean, just like money, let's see, run the world. Really think about that, though. Really think about that. When you get the money, then you get the power. What comes after that?
The box.
It's it's been like that since the beginning of time. I mean, it is corny. Don't get me wrong, but it's been like that since the beginning of time. If we really think about it.
Yeah, I guess you do. Bro, like I said, that's corny if it's over a girl.
It's human nature.
Bad. She's actually very fine. She is fine. And I heard other podcasts saying that she mid. Have you seen her?
I've seen her. She
bad. I was like,
I like how she looked.
But,
yeah, but you got to think. I mean, with the way that certain ones are structured now, you know what I mean. They may look at that and say it's mid, but even saying somebody's mid, like mid is so cool to say now.
Yeah.
So they just use that for anything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I don't even know what they talking about. They just throw that shit in there just to complete the sentence. Like,
yeah.
I think she looked good though.
Yeah, she valid. Back to the music.
Yes.
I listened to Future Metro Boomin about 2.5 times, like 2 times.
Let me ask you this question.
I'll give it a 7.5.
Give it a 7. Let me ask you this question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe that it also could have to do with the fact that Drake made that album with 21 Savage?
Yeah. Do you think this is like their Get Back album?
I think so.
For her loss?
I believe so because with Metro, forget the fact that he tweeted what he tweeted about her loss.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about the reception that her loss got compared to What a Time. Think about that for a minute. What a Time came out. I mean, first of all, it was more so the hype of Drake because of the output that he was putting out at.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, granted, and I stand on this. He did not have the best album in 2015. That obviously belonged to Kendrick, to Pimp a Butterfly. We don't even need to
You're
argue.
being biased.
Huh?
Do you feel like you're being biased?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Okay. All right.
No, I'm gonna tell you why.
I'm listening.
From top to bottom, first of all, in all fairness to him, if you're reading this, was technically supposed to be a mixtape, and Views was originally supposed to come out.
Yeah.
At the time that he dropped that, plus later on the beef with Meek Mill, and then later on the tape with Future, plans kind of got messed up.
Yeah.
Now I think I still would have picked Butterfly over it because I just think sonically, there's not a lot of albums that even sound like To Pimp a Butterfly, and that's before you get into the lyrics. Just the way that it was structured together, in terms of topics, in terms of sound change, in terms of beat change, all of that. There really is no argument. Like, I have a top 5 list, and that Drake joint is not on it, and that's not even biasness at all. Like, I can literally tell you 5 albums that are better.
Got it. Well, we'll save that for our next episode.
No, for sure.
Because we'll have a guest
But
on.
having said that, though, getting back to Drake, I think that it was more so just the hype of Drake because of the output that he was putting out at that time.
Yeah.
Because that's when you were getting something from him practically every month. So when What a Time came out, remember, they only recorded it for like a week or so. So when it came out, it kind of sounded rushed. This album with 21 Savage, granted, it's like 70% more Drake versus 21. But the songs that they have together actually flow a lot better and have aged a lot better than What a Time.
Yeah.
I mean, the only songs you really go back to for What a Time, right, are what? Jumpman.
Jumpman. That's that word.
That's the only one. I mean, maybe Diamonds Dancing, but you can literally turn on Her Loss and you can, like, my favorite song on there is Privileged Rappers. The only thing I got from that was the Color Show video.
Yeah.
To me, that's the best song on the album in terms of collab.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But Rich Flex. More M's.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, like, the music has actually aged a lot better with Drake and 21. And as quiet as it's kept, 21, I mean, I don't.
That boy good. Pause.
Yeah. I mean, every time he's featured with somebody, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, him and J. Cole, they put out great records together.
I'm not even gonna lie. That 21 Savage and Post Malone, that baby, I'm feeling like a rock star.
Yep.
That's that work. 21.
21 is, I believe that he is more of a great complementary piece
Got it.
in music than Future. That's what I will say. I believe that if you get 21, sonically, it's going to sound a lot better than a Future. Not saying that Future is trash. I'm not saying Future good. But I think that 21 Savage.
Do you feel like that because Future has been in this longer than 21 now? Can you honestly compare that because of the history that Future has already? You can't really compare 21 to Future. Essentially, maybe sonically you can, but
I'm
based off what?
I'm just talking sonically based off of the records that they've made in the last couple of years.
Okay.
I'm not saying that 21 is a better overall artist than Future.
Got it.
Like if you had to ask me personally, like, who I believe is a better artist, just solo wise, obviously that's Future. That's not even a question.
Yeah.
I'm talking about simply just a complimentary piece. Like, I feel like 21 Savage is a better featured artist.
Yeah.
Right now than Future. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I won't listen to a song that doesn't have Future featured on it. I'm not telling you that.
Yeah, got it. Future's good at art. He's a good
he's a great feature artist. I just think that 21, like I'll put it to you like this. I don't think if J. Cole did My Life with Future, I don't think it would have hit the same.
Yeah, got it.
That would not have hit the same.
Got it.
It wouldn't have. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's the point that I'm trying to make.
Got
I
it.
like Future though. Don't get me wrong. Like, go listen to the album. But complimentary wise, I would, if I had the choice right now, and I would probably pick 21. Future's good, don't get me wrong, but 21 has actually stepped up tremendously over the years.
Got it. So what do you think? All right, off that, what do you think about what Drake said at his concert the other night? About after the song came out and Kendrick's verse came out. What do you think? Drake said he's walking around with his chest out, head held high. You know what I mean? That whole thing.
He has no choice but to say that. That's what I looked at it. That didn't really move the needle for me.
In a sense, for Drake or Kendrick, I just think that whole them top three is so like offset based off of the consistency within the three. Drake is of course going to be the number one out of the three based off the consistency with the put out, with the output of the music. No? Get what I'm saying? Like
I get what you're saying, because I mean
Drake
I had these conversations with
Drake is out. He's continuously coming out.
But I think that's also the same reason why his music has suffered in recent years as well too. In terms of content wise. Like it's to the point where, like, for example, there was a lot of pushback on Certified Lover Boy. I actually thought that was some of the best lyrical work that he had put out in quite some time. Even going back to Scary Hours 3, this last one he just put out, like those extra 6 songs. To me, that's the best that Drake has honestly sounded in years. But because now we've gotten used to him chasing the radio hit, and there's nothing wrong with it. Everybody wants to have a song on radio. You want it? Look, I would love it. You know what I'm saying? We all want that. But there was a point in time where Drake was the one who was pushing the agenda, not letting the agenda push him. Now it seems like you're jumping on certain songs to kind of follow a trend, but it's what's out right now. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by that is like, for example, like a song like what's a good example?
I mean,
let's go back to
Take Care is my favorite Drake album.
Yes, that and Nothing Was the Same. I'm trying to think of one. Like
Take Care is that work. I promise you.
It is that work.
Did you like the dance album that Drake did?
I wasn't a fan of it.
Got it.
I wasn't a fan of it. But here's the thing. It wasn't that I wasn't a fan of him going to another genre. I just felt like he didn't even approach it the right way. Like he honestly didn't even sound inspired making that. If that makes sense.
Wait, making a Don't Care album?
I mean, you got to remember this came out as a surprise drop. There was literally no promo for this.
Oh, for the dance album. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it was just something to put out that keep the.
Oh, I'm upset.
Okay,
I'm upset. That song was trash.
Oh,
the fuck are you doing?
Wait, that's on?
No, that was on Scorpion, but I was trying to make it like just make it.
Sandra Rose was my work.
Yes.
Woo, the Scorpion album was my work.
Is Sanders Rose
8 out of 10?
8 out of 10. Is there more? That's Drake that is Drake in his purest form.
Oh my God, that boy was working.
Come on now.
Joy. But yeah, nah.
But songs like I'm upset. Fucking Ratchet Happy Birthday. Get that shit out of here, bro.
I ain't gonna cap, bro.
Get that shit out of here. Get that bullshit out of here,
fam. I'm not gonna cap, bro. The Ratchet Happy Birthday was my work, bro. It's your birthday. That's that work, fam. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, I'm not saying I don't like him singing on records neither. Like 7969, that shit is hard. But like Ratchet, get that shit out of here, bro.
Yeah.
Get that shit out of here. Throw it in the garbage.
Yeah.
I'm saying, bro, I don't think I could be an A&R because I would be checking a lot of artists on certain songs. And I'm not talking about just of today, even back then.
Yeah.
Even back then. Certain
times
songs
is different based off of like back then, regardless. So I guess it would be hard to be an A&R nowadays. So,
but let me say for the record though, like Drake for these last couple of years is really starting to evolve, and I think Drake can even go deeper. Yeah, that was crazy. What the fuck?
No Diddy.
Yeah, no diddler.
Gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, that was no, but I really like what I've heard from Drake. Like for example, this last Scary Hours edition for All the Dogs automatically was put in my top 10. Like I couldn't name 10 albums better than Drake last year at all.
I've only listened to that once. The whole album, straight through. No, twice.
Because Drake, I mean,
I was like,
people forget that this man is an MC. Now, do I think he's better than the other two? That's a conversation. But
Yeah.
People forget that that's the cloth that he came from. And I think progressively that's the best that I think that he sounded.
Cloth in what way? What do you mean by that?
Well, remember, he wasn't always chasing the radio hit. And there's nothing wrong with it. Let me be clear. That's not what I'm telling you. What I am, however, saying is that, remember, before he was out here, trying to appeal to the ladies, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you definitely want to appeal to the ladies. But people forget, he came up as a backpack MC. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was listening. He came up under the Fonte
So like
flow.
Kanye.
Yeah, but like Drake. But Drake can really, really rap.
Yeah.
Like, he always had an MC bag.
So what do you think about the whole Quentin Miller thing then? Do you feel as though that...
I mean, that was for jokes. You know what I mean? But I do believe that those that were offended in hip-hop had a right to feel that way, because there was a point in time where you could not have somebody else writing your raps. It's different, and they tried this with others. They tried it with Pac. They tried it with MC. Like, for example, I'll give you one about Pac. So Tupac's first album, Tupacalypse Now, came out in 91. There's a song on there called Trap. Tupac didn't even write the record. They tried to use that in an argument to justify what happened with Drake.
Yeah.
The story was with Tupac was that he was kicking it with the dude who wrote the rhyme. The rhyme was in a garbage. Tupac picked it up and said, yo, you not using this, John? All right, let me use this, though, for my album. And paid him off. But somebody like Pac is somebody, he'll sit there with the notepad, 3 verses with the hook, go in there, spit that motherfucker 15 minutes, and then come back and write some more shit.
Yeah, Pac was a wild boy, man.
So, I mean, it's one thing to throw a line here and there, but if you call yourself the best, I mean, you do got to stand on that. I'll put it to you like this. As an MC alone, can't no motherfucker bring me a notebook and write some shit for me and tell me what to say on the microphone.
Yeah.
I always said, if I do this, I'm gonna say something. So everything that comes out from me is coming from me first.
Yeah.
Nobody is putting now it's one thing if it's like a hook. Okay, that's different. You know what I'm saying? Even though I try to do my own hooks anyway. But what I'm saying is, like, in terms of rhymes, in terms of bars, punchlines, different type of flows, wordplay, that's all from me. Can't no motherfucker put a notebook in front of me and tell me, yo, you should say this. This is gonna be hot. Hell no. Are you kidding me?
Maybe if you can bring it as like a delivery, like the way you may deliver it, because I've had, like, I would say something similar to what Chris Brown said, bro. I got a whole bunch of writers. People can write for me, but who gonna sing it like me? That was probably the realest thing I've ever heard one of the realest things I've ever heard in my life.
I can see that.
Feel me? Chris Brown said that first, bro. He said it. He's like, yo, I got a whole bunch of writers, but who gonna sing it like me?
That is true too.
Same difference with the rapping. Who gonna deliver the rap like me? Somebody write for Kendrick, he gonna work. Somebody gonna write for Drizzy, he gonna work. Cole, he gonna work. They all gonna work, bro, but they have their own style too, man. It's just
I just think it's just, in terms of the craftsmanship, you know what I mean? It's almost like, for example, like if you present if
it sounds right sonically, that's the person you need to have on there.
Like, I'm not against people that collab or whatever. Let's be real. I mean, he just brought up Chris Brown. In the R&B world, we enjoy that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it just in terms of hip hop, the way I came up was always, you got to stand behind that pen, man. And I've always said that if I do this, can't nobody write my rhyme for me.
Yeah.
Like, it got to come from me first. If I'm not the one writing it, I don't want to rap it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Word. So I think we've been talking about this for quite some time. So let's get back to the mess. You want to get back to some of the mess?
All right. Well, one more thing, actually. So,
go ahead.
If you're Drake and you got all this going on, how do you approach
it how the hell I want?
I don't know.
How I want. If I don't want to react to all of this until the summer, them niggas gonna wait.
I think it's all for different reasons, though, because I don't think that a lot of people feel like now this is a coalition of everybody versus Drake. I don't think it's all for the same reason, though. Like, I think, like, for Kendrick, when I first heard the record, I'm thinking, why are you jumping on a Metro Boomin Future to talk about it? But then I'm thinking, you know what? Wait a minute. He has felt like he's been sub for a minute, and maybe for him, this is probably just simply trying to be the best. Kind of with Pusha. I mean, regardless of the whole "You Are Hiding a Child," that record's fucking crazy, by the way.
Yeah, that was.
But for Kendrick, I think it's just simply competitive sparring. What's up? For some of these other people, it seems like it's a little bit more personal.
Yeah,
especially Future.
Yeah.
Which actually is the one that shocks me the most. It does. Because they did actually make good records together.
And they Eskimo brothers. That's why.
Yeah.
They mess with the same drones. I get it. But to each his own, I guess. I don't
Bro,
care.
you ever bring a girl around me or whatever, and I know she's been with you. I can't even look at her the same. I don't even want to look at her in her direction.
I know.
I remember the times you tried to give me the ground. I'm like, no. Wait,
Yeah.
wait, you know her? Nope, you got it.
Yeah.
Bro, I ain't even do no what. Nope. I see the way she look at you. I don't want it. Bye.
Yeah. Nah, I guess like that. Eskimo. So a lot of that is unintentional too, so.
I don't mess around with any of that, me personally.
Yeah. So off of the whole Drake thing in the future, the K-Dots and J. Cole, shout out to them, prayers to them, man. I'll just wait.
For all your dogs getting buried, that's a K with all these nines. He gonna see Pet Cemetery. Bum.
Let's just see what Drake says.
Oh no, he gonna have something to say. He has no choice. He
that's just
has no choice. You have to have something to say.
He should, I think.
Cole should have something to say too. That would be interesting.
Cole, Joe Budden brought up a good point, saying he said J. Cole is too soft. He's coming too nice on these raps.
I don't think it's that.
He said he's coming too nice, and I can see exactly what he meant by that. Bro, you ain't gonna catch Drake or Cole. Maybe you catch Drake, because Drake was on some cheesiness with the whole Degrassi thing. But at the same time, you can't see them on All My Life with Dirk, fam. Let's keep it a bean. Feel me?
I see what you mean.
Cole's on all that teeny bopper stuff. Respectfully.
I wouldn't call it teeny bop though, because he could still Cole could get surgical. Johnny Peace Caddy, he was not no damn teeny bopper.
All right, listen. So we're gonna get back to that. We're gonna get back to that conversation next week when we have Sweetheart here.
For sure.
So back to the mess. Drea.
Oh,
Drea and Jalen Rose, man.
Jalen Green.
I'm sorry. Jalen Rose. He's older. Way older.
Shout out to Jalen Rose.
Shout out to Jalen Rose, man. Jalen Green. Jalen Green is just turned 22, freshly 22, and got Drea Michelle pregnant, and she is about to be 40. Shout out to them. President, salute. Feel me? President condolences.
Yeah, I just pray for them.
So I just saw something that Drea said that she doesn't continue when she has a baby. She doesn't plan on continuing to be with him.
Typical.
Mama, you came up, mama.
Typical.
I'm like, but I guess he don't know no better. I guess I want to say like he don't know no better, but at the same time, fam.
Can't really say that though. It's hard to say. You know what? You're not even wrong. The problem is that our generation, we're growing up too fast now. Think about it. There was a time when we were coming up as kids. If that was us, we would know right from wrong. Or we would have somebody in our ear that's telling us, yo, you know what? You shouldn't go down this path, go down that path. 2024, none of that even applies.
Fam, these younger kids, bro, they rebellious from the rip.
From the rip. I mean, these kids are already grown up and they haven't even hit 18 yet.
Yeah,
we didn't
bro.
come up like that.
Yeah, we had a lot of us had both our parents and our lives, and it's like.
And then even just from an NBA player's perspective, right? Remember, he just turned, would you say 21, 22?
22.
He just turned 22. Think about it.
He trying to live that life, fam.
Not even just that, though, but think about it. Just from an NBA career perspective, these kids are coming into the league now at like 18, 19 years old again. By the time that you're 22, if you've been around here for like 3 or 4 years and you've had no progress whatsoever, you're already out the league. There's guys that are literally free agents now that can't even get a job, and they haven't even turned 25 yet. Think about that.
That's insane, bro.
So for somebody like Jalen Green, I mean,
Easy does it now, little bruh.
Easy does it.
Easy does it. Slow down, fam. He already done. I mean, I get it. He shot up the club, bro. I can't blame him. She one of them, bro. Dre's one of them. You know what I mean? I just don't want to speak too much on Dre because that's folk family now. So I gotta mute up a little bit.
I pray for all you. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
Salute.
I just pray for you.
Yep,
that's about it.
So, Jalen, make sure you focus and be a good dad and focus, fam.
He has no choice because I'm telling you right now, if they don't get it together by next year, he's going to be out of there. Houston's already
get your money right, fam, because she finna come for that.
Mm-hmm.
So, other news. So I don't know. Can I ask you what podcast are you listening to right now?
I say Joe Budden, Gillian Wallow, Cam and Mace. That's really my top 3.
Right. So I have a top 5. And call me biased, whatever. I don't care. My number 1 is Joe Budden. He's funny. He's messy, but he's also very funny. I gotta go to Gilly Wallow, Rory and Maul. Those I can't get it, yo.
I fuck with Rory and Maul.
They valid, bro. Like I said, I've been around them, bro. They valid, bro. I listened to Mandy and Weezy off A Horrible Decision. Mandy, I've been around Weezy. I never really formally met Weezy, but I met Mandy. And when Mandy had See the Thing Is pod, which they just broke up with Bridget Kelly, I've been around both of them a few times. I love Bridget Kelly and I love Mandy. But shout out to them, but they also split. They had their little pod beef going on. I don't want to get too much into it because I'm not picking no sides neither. Because I love both of them and they smell amazing. But pod beef, man, that could get messy. I watched it with Joe and Rory Moore, and I'm seeing it unfold with TIZZZ and Mero.
Yeah, that one's kind of sad.
I seen it unfold with them, and I seen it unfold with Bridget and Mandy, and I just think it's nasty work. Mandy did a live and showed the receipts, and Bridget was on her new podcast with Blue Toulousma called Everything Is Fine. This is not an ad, but shout out to them and wish them luck as well. On top of that, yeah, Bridget is usually, like she said, kumbaya with everybody, but she had to get her shit off, and
she deserves it, right?
So I can't. Like I said, I understand both of what Mandy and Bridget are saying. I get it. So I love them both. They don't know me, but they I guess they kind of remember me the last time I saw them last year. But when I first met them, I ran into them in New York City. I'm getting on the train. I think it was Union Square over there somewhere. Either somewhere at Soho. I don't remember where I was at. I was getting on the train, and then I just seen Bridget and Mandy walking next to me. I look over. I'm like, yo, what's up, what's up, Bridget? What's up, Mandy? They said, hey. Took the picture, and I was like, yo, I was sitting there talking. I'm like, yo, actually, I was on my way to the Chris Brown concert at MSG. Go see Chris Brown, Lil Baby.
Yo, you spent a big ass bag for that too.
I know.
Crazy for that.
Now that right there is what we call pocket watching.
I'm kidding, bro.
I know, but no, he's not lying. I spent a pretty penny on it.
You know, I never watch your pockets. I just think it's crazy he charged that much. It wasn't even you.
I didn't even get the meet and greet, and I paid just as much for the meeting as I would have paid.
Bro, that is crazy.
But that's MSG on top of that, bro. Madison Square Garden is always gonna be a pretty penny, bro.
I mean, that is true, but man, for that, but you know what though? Nah, but you know what? I was joking about that, but at the same time, he does put on it. He's one of the best performers live. He is one of the best performers live.
Yeah,
There's not a lot of you can't tell me 10 people better than Chris Brown just as a performer.
No, because I'm gonna tell you right now that Chris. If y'all know who I listen to, bro, everybody knows I listen to CB. It's pretty much all I listen to. If I'm not listening to my stuff, I'm listening to CB or like Day 26. Shout out to Day 26, man. I'm trying to open up for them fools balls.
Yeah, that was crazy.
If when they go on tour, I think they have a tour coming up. Here, I don't know if y'all can see this, but this is when I was with Mandy and Bridget, I ran into them at the train station, and they were so cool. They was valid. So shout out to them and prayers to them, man. I hope y'all gonna figure it out. Mandy, I already know you're gonna figure it out. Bridget, I know you're gonna figure it out too. And Bridget, I'm gonna need that music, some more music now, mama. Respectfully, and congratulations on soon to be a wife.
Yes.
So congratulations to you as well.
Why does it always seem like nowadays, like a lot of these podcasters they only last but for so long?
Good things always don't last forever. You know what I mean?
You can say that again.
So they had a good run. It was a good 3 years and some change run. And I know they had a third co-host. I know her too. And I met her too, but I'm not going to say her name because that's like kind of close to home because that's my best friend's girlfriend's.
Got it.
best friend.
Got it.
So I don't want to speak on that because out of respect for the big sis, because that's her best friend. So
Yeah, no, you ain't got to speak on that. I was just asking a question.
yeah, I know you are.
Like on top of that, no, I'm talking about just the fact that it just seems like so common now. Like there used to be a time or whatever where when it came to like TV shows or just people that were working together, whether it was radio or music, you kind of knew that they were going to last. Nowadays, if you tune into a podcast or a show, you know it's not going to be here for quite, like you know it's only going to be here for a short period of time.
Everybody thought that everything was going to hit the fan when Joe Budden broke up, when him Rory and Maul split.
Oh, but bro, they made some fire content. I still watch the Pusha T episode to this day. Like that's actually legit one of my favorite.
But
interviews.
Rory and Maul actually are doing really well.
Yes,
they're doing amazing.
Yes,
when I seen them in December, I was like, yo, keep doing what y'all doing, bro. Y'all killing it. And they had to fire some people too within their camp, but at the same time, they're still doing an amazing job. I'm actually like, I hate being weird, and it might be a little cliche, but I'm actually gonna say I'm proud of them. You know what I'm saying?
You're not wrong for saying that.
Like I'm to see how messy that whole situation got, and for them to see what from their pilot episode on, they did a lot, bro. And shout out to Damaris and Julian as well, and Yomi and all them. They're all cool people. Damaris is beautiful. Whew. She's like stood next to me. I'm like, what's up, baby D? They call her baby D. Pause. Yeah, but she's beautiful. She is beautiful.
They call her.
She's just. Oh yeah, happy birthday, baby! Happy birthday, Damaris. It was just her birthday. Happy belated birthday. It was just her birthday the other day.
Yes.
She don't know me from a can of paint, but I spoke to her. That was it. One time.
I should know you after this podcast. Don't worry about
it.
I already told you you're gonna be a star.
Nah, I'm trying, bro.
You doing a damn thing. Pause.
I'm trying.
We both are. Shoot.
But yeah, so that's the end of the whole podcasting thing. I want to end the podcasting right there. And you got anything else?
I do actually, and I'm trying to think of the best way to talk about it because I'm trying to present the question in a way that makes sense.
What is it pertaining to?
Well, it actually was going to go back to music because as we were talking about the podcasting thing, I was also starting to think about like certain artists that have split from labels or, kind of left from groups and kind of did their own thing, right? So for me, as we were talking about the whole podcasting thing, I started thinking back to like how I felt when Kendrick officially left TDE. Because I'm a TDE fan. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about just Kendrick. I'm talking about just the whole group. Like, seeing them together, that's an example of what I was talking about. Like, in high school, I'm thinking that these cats is going to be around forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, they gonna be clicked up together. You know what I'm saying? Because the way that they came up was different than like a Jay or a Rockefeller. Well, I don't want to take away from that because obviously, they really came into the business together. But you knew it was time.
Yeah.
But in high school, like, we've heard the stories of groups breaking up, but them, it just didn't seem like that. Like, it's a brotherhood, which it still is. Thank goodness. But him leaving TD, I guess what I should be asking you is, what is your perspective when it comes to artists that leave labels or like certain situations to try something different, or to branch out on their own?
Why not? That's my answer. Why not?
Fair enough.
Versatility is key. Hence why we doing this. We both artists. So why not podcast?
That is true. I definitely
feel me. Why not be own a trucking company? Why not?
That is true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is true. I remember before I was in the studio, I was battling your favorite rappers, and I'm not even saying that like on some bragging shit. I was out here literally. I was ripping your favorite rapper in half. Y'all, the football games, Town, Grove, y'all remember.
So, like I said, versatility is key on everything you do in life. Regardless, if I'm a football player, I played football, and everybody know me I'm a hitter. I crack you. You be 6'6". I'm 5'8". I'm a shorty.
I'll crack you.
But I'll crack you. Pause. Feel me? No Diddy.
The diddler.
So,
I do this to him all the time, by the way, too. I always do this. This is nothing new.
Yeah, so but yeah, it's versatility is key, man. It keeps your youth. if you think about it, instead of this doing the same repetitive thing over and over again and developing hobbies and all that, developing other stuff to do in life. Like, we're not going to sit here and be podcasters for the rest of our lives. Maybe this could create other opportunity. Like I said earlier, like there's something like this can create bigger opportunity for us within the media space. Me and you could be sitting up here right now. Next thing you know, Breakfast Club could be calling us.
They will.
Or the Shade Room. Anybody, and we're not journalists. We don't do this. We don't do this.
Not journalists.
Not at all. We can be put in the media space by, you got to, like I said, that cliche saying that crawl before you can walk. Feel me?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's it. That's all it is, bro. Why not? Knock yourself out, man. Learn. It's every day you can learn something new. Every day you can learn something new. That's how you keep the youth and how you stay. Some people may say stay alive longer. You know what I mean?
I'm just starting now to get my youth. I mean, I'm still young, but I'm definitely getting my youth back.
How old are you? 28?
Damn, you ain't gotta put that out there like that.
Yeah, you can. I'm 32 years old.
Why you age watching me?
I'm 32 years old.
Why you
I
have to
no
put
problem.
that out there? I was going to tell him I was 25.
Yeah.
Nah, he right. I'm 28. I'm kidding.
28 and I'm 32, so I'm 4 or 5 years older.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I've been through a lot. With that 5-year difference can make a difference. But so now 33, 4 years older. That 4-year difference.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. I'm bad at math, y'all. Don't make fun. But never was good at it.
You really was never good at math?
I can do it. I was bad at testing more so.
Oh, okay. No, I was just asking that because I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good at math, but I'm not good at testing math.
I see what you mean.
You feel me? I'm actually pretty good at it.
So
But
you was the one with the time test and shit like that. You couldn't even get them.
Nope, couldn't finish it. Chalk.
For real?
Yep.
Yo, I used to get pissed when I couldn't finish some shit.
Scantron. Last 5 minutes left, guys. I'm circling all that shit.
Fuck.
Pretty much. Circling. Throwing my hands up. But
Got it.
anything else, man, you want to let the people know, man?
Well, we should.
What we got coming up?
What we got coming up?
What you got coming up? What you got? Hold up. Time out. Easter plans. Tomorrow's Easter. Happy Easter. Happy Resurrection Day to everybody.
Yes.
What you got going on tomorrow?
Family stuff. Chill with the family and definitely be around my grandmother tomorrow for sure. You know what I mean? Definitely go, visit the church and, just be around some good-hearted folks.
Yeah.
That's definitely one thing. But then definitely visit my family as well, too.
Yeah. You out in the streets tonight with it, though? What you doing tonight?
You never know.
Loud and clear.
You never know.
Loud and clear.
You see me when you see me.
Yeah,
Plain
loud
and
and clear.
simple. What about yourself?
Yeah. Same thing. I'm probably not going to go to church tomorrow, but even though I feel like we all should at some point, you know what I mean? Definitely be around the grandmother, be around family. Tonight, I'm in the streets tonight. Lil Wayne is in Reading tonight, but I'm not going sold out.
Damn.
I told you, I'm waiting for CB to get here. I'm waiting for CB to get out here to Philly, bro. I don't care about none of that. But yeah, I'm in the streets tonight, and tomorrow go get prayed up and get some nourishment. Then go to work, then go to sleep by like 6, 7 o'clock tomorrow night.
There you go.
Go to work, get up, go to work. Get ready for this festive week.
I'm back in the lab as well too, so
yeah.
I got a bunch of stuff I'm doing.
Yeah.
Outside of all of this, so yeah. You never know when you see me. You know what I mean? When you see me, you see me.
Yeah.
Nothing more, nothing less.
All right, y'all. This has been real. This is once again I go by the name of TIZZZ the Singer, and that is
ODOG, only driven on greatness.
And this is the Matter of Fact podcast, and THAMATTA Fact FACT podcast. Also, again, this is episode 1. We got more things coming our way. We got a guest coming in next week. Our co-host Mariah should be here. My other co-host should be here next week. Family emergency.
We love you, Ryan.
Prayers for her. Like I said, we love you. We will see y'all next week.
Next week.
All right, y'all. Stay safe. Stay dangerous. Prayed up.
Peace and love.
Love.